Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Popcorn and Possibilities on the Pop Inside. I'm going to start off with Steph before I introduce the guest, because I'll let Steph do the introduction. So, Steph, how are you doing?
Well, I am hanging in there. It's been a hell of a week and a hell of a winter, but we're almost through. How about you?
Pretty good.
Good.
But I am over the snow. I wish it would stop.
Oh my God, enough is enough. We've had, you know what it is? We got spoiled by mild winters and now we got creamed this year for some
Yeah.
reason. And I was not emotionally or physically prepared, quite frankly. So
You should have been there for
hopefully
96. But yeah.
Well, as you mentioned, we have a very, very special guest with us today. We're very excited to hear all about Maia, who is joining us today to talk about her small business venture and all things sourdough bread.
Yeah.
Nice.
How are you?
Thank you. Hi, I'm well. I'm happy to be here. I'm done with the snow also. I'm team no more snow.
It's over.
We're over it.
All right, so tell us a little about the brand. J&L Dough, I believe, is the name, right? So,
Yeah. So I
uh,
named it after my two boys, Jack and
okay.
Luke. So we're J&L Dough Co.
hmm
I started making sourdough about 2.5 years ago, give or take
Okay.
2 months. And I was just doing it at home, just as like a hobby. My mom got me hooked on it, actually. She was like, "We're going to do this together." And I'm like, "I don't like to bake." And then I was down the rabbit hole of sourdough. And last May, I decided to start trying to sell it just to see how it would do. And it took off and it's been really successful. And now it's like my side hustle that's become like pretty much a full time job now. So it's been really exciting to see it grow from nothing to every week now, just busy.
I mean, that's an awesome story, like to start off that way and just like kind of see it, watching it grow. Um,
And it's crazy to think it was only last May
yeah, I
that
thot you were doing it for years.
that's when the selling really started. It really did take off. That's a great way to say it.
Yeah, it kind of just uh, developed because I started watching videos of other people selling, and they would have stands or bread sheds. So I was like, I feel like I could do that. And
hmm
I committed to putting out a stand. We found the stand on Facebook Marketplace. I think it was $15. I went to go pick it up. It was like in pieces. I had to fix it and paint it. And I just started putting it out every Saturday and just hoping like people would come, and people just started to come, and now it's like a staple in the neighborhood. Like people know every Saturday, oh, the stand's going to be out. So it's been really exciting just to see week over week the same people come and new people come. It's been really awesome.
Does your mom still help out, or is she kind of like, all right, you can figure it out, and like left?
No, so she is like the worst with that. So she was like the one who made me do this, and I don't even like to bake. And then I got
Mhm.
started with it, and she likes to bake, and then she just like quit. She's like, "Well, now it's your thing now." I'm like, we can both do it. No, she like killed her sourdough starter and everything. Didn't feed it for months. It was
Oh
in the
my
fridge. She took
gosh.
it out. It was moldy. I'm like, maybe we can save it. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
be gone with
That's
you.
That's so funny that you say you didn't even like baking when you started. So has
Still
the
don't.
well that's what I was going to say. Like sourdough has become one of those things that like everybody it kind of exploded as a phenomenon over the past couple of years. But being someone who hasn't always loved baking, have you developed a passion or a love for it in any way? Or like you said, is it still kind of like I do it because it's doing well, but I don't really feel anything about it.
So, okay, so that's a good question. So, I weirdly, sourdough is the only thing I enjoy baking. I feel like I've gotten to such a rhythm with it, and it's become now like it calms my anxiety in a weird way too, because I kind of know what
Sure.
to expect, I know what to do. It was like the last week I had a bunch of like overripe bananas, and I was like, I do not want to make banana bread. I do not. There's too many ingredients. There's too many steps. Everything's got to be a teaspoon, like so good. I'm like, I have no patience for this anymore. It's just the bread. It's just the sourdough, and like you said, it took off. I think now too, Taylor Swift making sourdough has really helped
Right.
to just make it boom. Like people are loving
Absolutely.
sourdough now. It's
Or
crazy.
leave that. I mean, at least leave it to the small business owners. All right, like you got your music and your billions of dollars. Let's take a chill pill there, Taylor.
I know. I'm like,
Don't come at me,
bake
Swift
off.
fans. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Right? She's like bringing it to Jimmy Fallon. I'm like, do we even know if it's that good?
Right.
Do we even know if she's making it or she just
Right.
stamped her name on it? Come on now.
She's buying it from somebody and just pretending. Look at me, me and my cats and my sourdough.
Right.
Right? It's such a basic millennial thing now too. You got to pick up a new hobby. So I picked on sourdough. Next maybe gardening.
Yeah. You'll make the
That's
herbs
it.
to put in your bread.
There you go. There you go.
But it's so, they're for us in the millennial sphere, right? We're all freaking burnt out. We're tired. We're always stressed out. And I agree with you wholeheartedly that there is something calming and like stress relieving about baking. I don't know what it is and I don't know why it is, but I have always found that to be a good outlet for me too, because if it's something you're familiar with baking often, you kind of turn your brain off and you go into like this, it's like a trance-like state while you get everything together, and it is very relaxing.
Let me ask, like, for the both of you guys, do you prefer to cook or like none, like whatsoever? Because I feel like people who like to cook hate baking and vice versa. So like,
No, I
I
love
love
to
both.
cook. I
you
love
love
to
both.
cook.
Okay.
Yeah, I laugh now. Like the two subjects I was always terrible at in school, math and science. That's like my life now. All I do is math and science.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this would happen, right?
So was this I imagine this wasn't your original dream as a young child to be like, oh, I'm going to make sourdough. So what was your dreams as a kid? Like, did you ever want a small business? Like, how did this all come?
No, and as far as like small business stuff, I still really don't know what I'm doing. So my
Mhm.
husband actually he went to school for marketing and business administration, so he kind of
Okay.
helps me out a lot because he's like, you are all over the place. We got to reel you in. We got to give you a business plan. You got to do all this stuff. I'm like, I don't like any of this stuff. Like this is too much work. I went to school for teaching, and just like a lot of other, I feel like millennials just kind of fell into something totally different,
Mhm.
and this is where my life is, and I'm just embracing it. Luckily, I have two kids, so I still do get to teach. I wish
Okay.
that came with a lot less yelling and punishing and taking things away and all kinds of other nonsense, but it is still kind of fun.
I really would love to know the percentage of people that use the college degree like in their profession.
You could be me and come up with like complete loopholes as to how you can parlay your degree into what you do, which has nothing to do with what you went to school for. Because Maya, I also went to school for teaching. I don't teach. I manage people. But I tell every time my parents start with the like all that money for that degree and what are you doing with it? It's like, well, like you just said, some part of my everyday life is teaching people and it's giving people feedback and it's helping them develop. So I hate that argument like, oh, we all went to school to get these degrees that we're not doing anything with. It's not that we're
Yeah.
not doing anything with them. We're just not using them the way we thought we would. Or at least that's what I tell myself so that like thinking about student loan debt and how much money I spent on it, it doesn't sting so bad. I don't know.
No, millennials, we're just like surviving,
Yeah.
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 We're
Yeah.
just day by day, just dealing with all the cards we were dealt.
Yep.
Bad
There's
hand
just
of
never a
cards.
break. It just keeps
Right.
going one after the other.
Yep.
So tell us what you find to be of all, because you have many different offerings that you put out either on your stand or on your Bakesy where you sell. What is your most popular offering? Is there anything that really seemed to resonate with your customers that either you didn't think was going to do well and is now a staple item for you or anything like that?
Yeah, so actually I had two actually for that. So the first one being there was a viral butter croissant style loaf that went viral probably about a year ago. Somebody came up with that you just grate cold butter into the bread and it changes the whole texture and taste, and it really does make it like a croissant, but it still tastes like sourdough, and people love it. I just tried it on a whim. I was like, well, it's viral. I got to try it.
Sure.
And I was like, wow, this is actually pretty good. And I started putting it out, and people come back just for that one. So that one has been like steady for like people order it, people come back for it. So that one took me kind of by surprise because different. And then I started making these pretzel sticks that I just
Mm.
thought they would be like a good like little filler on the stand, just like little bags of pretzel sticks. And people went nuts over them. Like I have people that'll message me and they're like, "Are you gonna have pretzel sticks out on Saturday?" Yes, yes, I'll have some. I feel like Stu Pickles meme where it's like 4 a.m. Stu, like why it's 4 a.m. Why are you making chocolate pudding? That's me with my pretzels at 4 a.m. on Saturday. I've lost control of
Oh.
myself.
And are they soft pretzels or like the crunchy
No,
like
they're
sticks?
soft. They're
Okay,
like the
okay.
ones that you can get, like the bigger ones, but they're just in stick
Yeah.
form. But I have to make them the morning of because otherwise they're not soft then. They're hard and nobody would want them. So I have to be
Mm.
up at 4 to make like so many batches of bread. Just do pickle in the kitchen.
I I encourage all of our listeners, go follow J&L Doco on Instagram. If you're local, we'll have you shout out like your area and where people can find you as we get to the end. But I follow you. And every time I see the damn pretzels, I'm like, I want them so bad because I love pretzels and they
Yeah.
look so good.
I know. Who knew? Who knew?
You start throwing some cinnamon, now we're talking.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Now we got 3 more batches. Just pulling
Yeah.
all later. Non-stop pretzel maker.
What's like the most interesting thing that you've like learned so far, like in this whole process?
I guess probably just surprising how people come back week over week. I wouldn't didn't expect that. I'll have people every week who order bread, and I'm just surprised about that. I guess that was very interesting to me. I didn't think anybody would really be that into the sourdough, let alone ordering every single week. So that took me
Mm.
kind of by surprise. And just the overall challenging myself and just seeing myself succeed. I think, it's hard, especially being a mom. You get kind of like lost in mom world and you kind of lose your individual sense of identity. And I feel like along the way, I kind of lost that a little bit. I know who I am as mom, but who am I as Maya? So it's been kind of cool to see how I found myself, and people like it, and I feel like proud of myself now, and that makes me feel good. It's like bringing out a whole new side of myself that I feel like I've lost, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, no, I mean, I could definitely relate to that. I mean, not on a mom's side, but on the dad's side, just like where you found sourdough, where I'm like, what is my thing that kind of like can like reshape me here, have myself figured out, like. But that's like an awesome accomplishment, and it's definitely something you should be proud of because there are people that don't find that, and so the fact that you did and it's successful, like that's like an awesome feeling. So
I appreciate
congratulations.
that. Thank you. That means a lot. It's been a long road, but it's been fun. I never
Well,
thought
and
I'd be here.
what's beautiful to hear about that, Maya, is it's like you took two big challenges from a professional standpoint or from a risk-taking standpoint and from a very like vulnerable and personal standpoint. Like, I'm going to put myself out there, I'm going to make this brand, and I'm going to remake myself in a way. And Brian's spot on, like hearing and watching that success. And y'all, I've had this bread. You have to have this bread. It's the best. I can't eat other bread now. You've ruined bread for me. But just, watching that become such a successful thing and coming into your identity as a business owner, as yourself, as mom, and all of these different roles, that is not an easy feat. Like, hell, I can't find my own identity half the time. And I'm just me. So it's such a huge accomplishment. And I know you've got a support system around you, and I'm sure everybody is so proud of you, but you should be really proud of yourself because it's a huge thing you've done. And it's all because you had the confidence to put yourself out there and to take that risk. And it's not an easy thing to do.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. It's nice to see my son, my oldest, he's 6, and he made me a picture the other day, and it had a piece of bread on it that he drew. He said it was bread. I don't know what bread was. And he's like, "You're the best sourdough lady." And it was so cute. I was like, "Aw." So it's nice to have, when you have support, like you said, of people around you, just like giving you like, "You can do this. I'm proud of you." It makes you feel good. I'm like, "All right, I got this." Some days more than others.
Yeah, of course, of
Sure.
course. I think for the listeners out there too, like if you're listening and you're like, oh, well, she's already a success, like she started just doing the basics. So it starts off with just trying things, see what you like. Don't just automatically be like, I need to make money off this. Like, see if you enjoy it first, and then like let everything else play out.
Yeah, and I have good weeks and bad weeks. Like I have weeks that I'm like, wow, oh my God, that went so fast, everything sold out. And then I'll have a week that it's like, oh boy, is anything gonna go? Like, is anybody gonna come? So I think it's really like, you only hear about the positives, but there are negatives. And I do get discouraged. And then I rely on everybody around me, my husband, my kids, my mom, my friends, everybody who then is like, no, you can still do this. It was a bad week. Pick yourself up, shake it off, and start over. And
So what do you typically do? Like, do you have like a certain amount of orders and then like extra, or is it all order only, or?
so I have orders, and then I do every Saturday. I have a bread stand that I put out, and I just put it right in my driveway, and I have on a Venmo and a cash box, and then I put out kind of whatever I feel like doing that week. So we kind of watch, and we'll see like the week prior, like, oh, the jalapeno cheddars didn't really do so good. Maybe they're not so hot right now. Okay, let's mix it up. Let's try some other flavors. Um, and then I do online ordering too, because my stand, I try to have out mini loaves, I call them. They're like half-size loaves, because then I
Okay.
figure people can get more than one flavor. If they've never had sourdough, they can just try it and not feel like they're buying this huge loaf of bread. And
Mhm.
then online ordering, I do like full size, minis, anything you want. So I get like a mixture of both, but like some weeks, it won't be as many online orders, and it'll be mostly the bread stand, and then it like switches. So I try to leave
Mhm.
both open, and then I try to leave my weekends after Saturday morning free of baking. Doesn't always happen, but I try to do that because, like with the kids, like it's
Yeah.
like family time on the weekends. But yeah, no,
Mhm.
it doesn't always happen that way. But luckily, I try to like spread it out a little bit. So I'm not just doing bread.
Yeah.
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 So, you're talking about your boys and being a mom and being a millennial mom. So, Maya, talk to us because we talk about this a lot. This comes up. How do you feel about some of the nostalgic things from our childhood and our generation that are kind of like coming back around and making a resurgence? Are the boys getting into any of those things? What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah. So, okay. So I brought something
Mm.
to show you. So
Oh, I can't
Mm.
wait.
my son asked for this. Now I'm going to be honest with you. I took the batteries out of this because it brought back all the bad memories, and it's a horror. Okay, look at what he made me do.
Oh,
It's a
Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi.
no. The good old Tamagotchi. Oh my
Like,
God.
why are they back? Right?
I don't know.
Why is this a thing still? And they're just as horrible as they were when we were younger. It's like he took it for like 5 seconds, and he's like, "This thing is terrible. I don't want this." I'm like, I can't turn it off. It's like in a jump drawer, but like finally it stopped beeping. I took the batteries out. I finally found a screwdriver. I was like, "You're done. You're done. I'm done with this. I don't know why I did this to myself."
I mean, at least you still have it. I have nothing of like childhood left.
Me either.
I used to have
Nope.
the yak back.
That's the yak
Oh,
back.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I love that. See, I have I have very limited things too. My mom is like Marie Kondo. Like she's like throws everything out. Like childhood pictures. I remember you at this age. We don't need these. you know,
Oh, funny. Yeah.
like if it's clutter, if it's too many things, it's clutter. So it's got to go. But I saved my Game Boy.
Okay.
Oh, that's sick.
Well,
Is
did
that
you
what
see
you're
Lego
hoping?
came out with a Game Boy set? And we were like
Mm.
in the store. And my
Shoot.
son's like, "What is that?" I'm like, "That's a Game Boy." He's like, "It's a Game Boy." I'm like, "What is a Game Boy?" Right? I
Yeah.
go get
Let me
it.
put you on here.
Yeah, I go get it. I like turn it on. I couldn't find I found one game that finally worked. It was like Tetris or something. So I turn it on. He's
Classic.
looking at it. He's like, "How do you see this? It's so dark." And And I'm laughing. I'm like, is this why I needed glasses? Is this why we
Right.
all needed glasses? Because we were trying under the blankets at night, like trying to
Yeah.
little
With the little light that you
Yes.
could attach if
right?
you had it. Yeah.
Like squinting at it. He's like, this is the graphics are awful. It was a long time ago. But it's funny. It's like a Lego set now. It's just crazy,
That's insane.
right?
I mean,
Yeah.
Legos in themselves have really elevated. I mean, we had
Oh,
like real
definitely.
basic shit, and now they got like, oh, you want the Empire State Building? You
You
want
can
like an
build
actual
Ba Sing
tiger?
Se out of Legos. It's wild. It's
Oh my
absolutely
God.
wild.
We have so many Legos floating around. I can't. We have a lot of the Sonic sets because Sonic is
Okay.
a big thing again now.
Sonic,
Too,
yeah.
which is cool.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
movies, actually, if you have not seen the movies, they're actually pretty good.
I
Oh, really?
agree with
I've
that.
not
seen
Yeah,
the movies.
I saw
Oh.
the first two. They were pretty solid.
They are. Jim Carrey's in them, Steph.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love Jim
Yeah,
Carrey.
he's Dr. Robotnik.
Mm.
Kills it.
Perfect.
Perfect. Spot on, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's fun now. I'm like, oh, I remember Sonic. We had like a little Sega Genesis,
Yeah.
I think it was. And we played
Yep.
Sonic on there. So it's fun. It's like all like things come back. Pokemon is still big.
Oh, Pokemon. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh
My
my
daughter's
God. It's crazy.
getting into that. I mean, she's
Oh.
only 3, but she's like, oh, is that Charizard? I'm like, how the hell do you remember this?
Yeah.
Right? And you're like, oh, it brings me back.
Yeah.
She like Netflix recreated or reanimated the original movie from like, I don't know, it was like 98,
Oh,
99.
yeah. Yeah.
So she won't watch the old one, but she'll watch that one. And I'm like, all right, I'll settle for that, I guess. But the original animation was better for me. But anyway.
It's
in my
classic
opinion.
for us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The taste
It-
kids, they're like, what is like? I've tried to show my kids like original like Rugrats and stuff, and they're just like looking at it. They're like, what is this?
Mm.
You used to watch,
I
right? Well, now they have like all these cool graphics now. Everything
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
so
very
much
true.
more
The colors
elevated.
pop. Somebody said it to me, like, if you look at like Moana and like Frozen, all the stuff, like when you like watch them, the colors are so vibrant.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then like if you see these original like the 90s ones, like the colors are kind of dull. It's like it's just it's not the same. So
Well, even the 3D animation style has become so popular in more
Mhm.
recent. You're like, we didn't have any of that. Everything
No.
was 2D animated.
yeah, hand
and it's
drawn
all-
though.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, indeed. It's always interesting to me that like we talk about things like Pokemon, right? I feel
Mhm.
like that's been big since
Yeah.
we were younger. Like I don't know that ever really lost momentum with whereas like Sonic, for example, you didn't really hear about it until the movies came out and now it's huge again and it's everywhere. So we've unpacked this, Brian and I, a couple of times, but it's always interesting to see how these cyclical trends and fads and things come back. And now I just think it hits different because it's stuff that we grew up with.
Mhm.
And I don't know, it makes me feel some combination of ancient and I don't know, like stressed out sometimes because it's hard to reconcile. It was 20 some years ago that I loved this and now it's back. Why is it back? Like you said.
yeah.
But I can't imagine from both of your perspective, like it's got to be a whole different level watching your kids go through it. I'm a bystander here watching the fads go by.
I mean, like, it's on one hand, it's cool to see, but like sometimes like when you can clearly see like this is like a money grab. Like
Yeah.
Sonic happens to be an exception because like you said, Maya, like the movies I've seen at least were good, and you know it brought me excitement back into the games and stuff. And that's like I had the Sega. I was like the kid who didn't have Nintendo, so to me it was like, oh, this is great. But like we've talked about previously, like a Small Soldiers movie, I don't know if I really needed a sequel to that. But
No, yeah, no.
like,
We didn't need that. I love my kids love now too. They love the Mario, the Super Mario.
Oh
We have
yeah.
the Nintendo Switch now, so they have and Super Smash Brothers. And we
mhm.
watched the movie, and I was like, "This movie's terrible,"
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
"This is kind of ruining it for me,"
Right. Yes.
Like
Yeah.
we
Yep.
need Jack Black singing about peaches. We didn't need that. Like I draw the line at Jim Carrey. Like, give me all the Jim Carrey, but Jack Black. I'm like, no, we had you lost in the Minecraft movie, dude. That was just
Right.
you
Right.
lost me in that. Now I was like, stop.
Yeah, it was the real. I don't know if I posted it of Sonic the Hedgehog though, when like he's drowning in the video game and it's like "Bup, bup, 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 bup," and it counts down.
Yeah.
Like that's literally where anxiety started. Was that fucking
Yes.
level?
Yes. Well, when you brought out the Tamagotchi, I got like PTSD.
I
The
know.
thought of keeping a creature alive digital, I don't know, man. That is my anxiety origin story, I think.
Yeah, and then if you ignore it, it just beeps continuously. I'm like, what kind of torture device is this? And we almost had like how many of them going off at different times? Talk about trying
then,
to
like-
multi-manage.
Right. And then, like, God forbid you came back and it was just there on the screen with the cross eyes, and you're like, I killed it. Oh my God. Like, that's traumatic.
Well, didn't you have problems too if it like pooped and you didn't clean it right away? That was another issue.
It had all sorts of issues.
Dead.
Oh my God. Yeah. It was a very stressful thing to, like, have young kids dealing. I don't know, man. That
Well,
and, like, Operation and Boggle, I'm
Yeah,
convinced,
Perfection.
like, broke my brain.
Perfection.
Yes. That's what I meant, not Boggle. What's wrong with, what am I, Peggy Hill? No, not Boggle. Yes, Perfection. That's
I
what
don't know
was
these
thinking.
words. Boggle.
Oh, that was a wordy game.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, God.
But Perfection, though, when you push the yellow thing down and quick try to get all the pieces in and then it just blow up in your face.
The worst.
Yeah,
The
trash.
worst.
They really set us up to fail from a young
They
age.
did.
They really
They
did.
did. They
But
absolutely
maybe
did.
it humbled us, and that's why we're
We're
just
just a
taking
bunch of
everything in
masochists.
strides. Yeah.
Perfection made us realize how imperfect everything really is, and that's why we are the way we are. We're just built different because we were raised by perfection.
An
Milton
operation just
Bradley.
makes us not go to the doctor.
Yes,
Yeah, exactly.
1,000%. Oh my God, that is probably where the fear comes from, for sure.
I'm trying to remember. Wasn't there a jingle for Perfection? There was definitely a commercial.
Oh, yes,
Like
there was.
Perfection. I don't know.
Yeah, no,
Something
yes,
like that.
that's it, that's
Right?
it.
Right. We're gonna have to do a deep dive and find that.
Yeah. Well, we said it enough times, so our phones are definitely listening. Like, hey, you want Perfection? Go on Amazon.
Ordered on Amazon.
Right. Oh, sick.
So, like, how do you, like, full-time mom, working the bread, do you work also in addition?
No.
Or, no, okay.
Luckily, no.
Like, how do you balance it all? Like, because I know you said you want to do, like, the family time. You try to schedule that, like, on the weekends. So, like, do you have selective days or, like, a scheduled system for yourself?
That is it. That is my biggest challenge right now in life is
Okay.
trying to balance it all. I try so hard, but it's hard. It's really hard. I'm home. I stay home with my kids. Luckily, my oldest goes to school. He's in first grade. But my
Okay.
little one, he's 3, and he's a handful. He's one of those ones
Yeah.
where you turn around and he's, like, climbing on the counter. He's opening the doors. I'm like, "How did you learn how to do that? He can open the front door. He knows how to do the locks and everything." I'm like, "Oh, these kids, man."
They're crazy.
Yeah,
They're
and
just
he's bread thief. We've coined him bread thief. So I chronicle him on my page. So you'll see him from time to time, bread thief, because if he gets a whiff of like the bread being baked, he will find it on the somewhere cooling and he will grab it and just start eating it. And he's so fast. He will swipe and he'll take a jalapeno one. I'm like, what are you thinking? He's just eating it. I'm like,
I know that
savage.
is like my daughter's 3 too, and I'm like, sometimes she'll eat like a buffalo chicken, and I'm like, "You're not gonna like this. It's gonna be hot." And then she'll be like, "More." And I'm like, "What?
Yeah,
What's happening right now? You?"
right? You won't eat a carrot, but that's what you want. Okay,
Right.
all right,
Right,
all right.
right, right.
Quite a palate. But yeah, I don't balance it well. I'm trying, but it's hard. It's a challenge
Yeah.
because I try to wake up really early to get a bulk of things done before they
Mm.
get up, just to kind of like take some of the stress away. But it is hard. It's hard to run around like, especially like silly things like I'm trying to get all my labels together to label all my bags,
Okay.
and then he's like pulling on me, be this guy, and I'm like, all right, take a 5-second break to run around the island and be this character, and then I'm like, well, now I don't remember what labels I was
What-
supposed to. It's chaos. It's nonstop chaos. But I'm lucky that I get to be home with him.
Yeah.
I don't take that for
Sure.
granted. I see a lot of my friends who have kids who go to work every day and then they have to try and balance that with then coming home and taking care of everything. So it's kind of nice to be home and like at least if, it's chaos, at least I could say, okay, I have stuff ready in the fridge, or I could just pop over to the store quick and get a few things. Like I have a lot of luxuries where working full time working parents who go to work every day don't have that. So I am fortunate, but it's a challenge to balance anything with kids for sure,
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
especially toddlers.
Yeah.
They are their own breed.
Three-nagers as we've labeled her.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I know. They're just, it's like they just turned 3 and just something goes nuts in their brain and they're just like, what happened to you? Some
We
switch.
don't even need alarms anymore because she just screams at like 7:15, like, "Daddy, mommy!" And I'm like, "Damn it!" I'm like, I can't even hit snooze.
Right? Or they come in your bed. I'm like, this is not
Oh
what I
yeah.
signed up for. I'll be like on the floor. Like, I'm like, what is happening here? What is happening? Why am I on the floor? I don't have a pillow.
Right.
I don't even have
I'm
a
not gonna get
pillow.
up this fast. My
Yep.
knees are shot.
No, I'm like, I'm too old for this. My back hurts. I'm shoveling snow. My back
Uh, yeah.
Yep. Yep.
But it's funny. It's like the thing about balance is like there's gymnast and yoga balance where it's like super graceful and very measured. But then there's like clown on the unicycle balance, right? Where it's not always pretty and it's not always graceful, but it's about keeping yourself upright. And I feel like through the chaos and through everything, you manage to balance being there for your family, for your children, and doing something that ended up being very successful for you. And that in and of itself doesn't have to be the most perfect balance or the most graceful balance, but it is balance. And that's quite a feat. That's an accomplishment right there.
Wow, I love that. That was deep.
Clown on the unicycle balance.
Wow, with the unicycle. I mean, that hit.
No, I don't know
Love
why,
that.
but I feel like it's just like it's also I don't know if it's just our age thing or it's
Yeah.
a generation thing, but I don't know a lot of people that do balance time well.
Right. Right.
Like every day I'm like, okay, today I want to make sure I read a couple pages of this book, or I want to make sure I like clean the bathroom or something. And then it's like when something doesn't go according to plan, I'm like, shit, now this is delaying and now I got to go back. So I don't know. It is a tough thing. That's
No, you're right. It makes me wonder, like, is it all of our phones? Like, are we just all does that add to it? Like, we're just always connected. We have to always
Yeah.
answer things and have that added responsibility of also managing that.
Yes.
Like all our
Yeah.
social medias and stuff, especially like you guys running the podcast. I have my webpage. Like, it's a lot to have to manage like multiple social medias. That's like another
Yeah.
job in itself.
Yeah, it's literally another full-time job.
Right? We wear so many
It
hats, I feel like, that they maybe generations ago they didn't have to wear all those hats. They didn't have to worry
That's
about
very
that
true.
stuff.
Yeah, like it's
Right.
on one hand, it's great for promotion because you can get to more people quicker, but at the same time, it's a struggle because now you have to, I don't want to say play a character, but you got to like be this image for like the internet and stuff. So it's it's a definitely a balance as well, but
Yeah, no, it really is. It's trying to show face and like put on this persona, even if you don't feel like that day. Just trying
mhm.
to
Right.
show up extra hard, and then that adds a layer of extra stress into your life that you didn't even know you have to have. So
Mhm.
yeah, no, for
Right.
sure.
Do you like I know you're doing like the sourdough and you're doing the pretzels. Do you like ever have the idea of like branching out to like something like your own store or branching out to like different things to bake or you kind of like staying in the lane or
So I
not sure?
a little bit of both. I started English muffins. I'm gonna try and do bagels again because I did have fun doing bagels. I didn't know how people would like the bagels because we live on Long Island and
Yeah.
there's a bagel place on every corner. So I was like, would bagels really sell? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. So I'll
The
try.
price? Maybe, maybe.
Maybe. So I'll try it again. But as far as like opening a bakery, I just don't think I can handle that because then I'd have to look into like a daycare and I'd have to, then that's the added expense of worrying about, rent and utilities and
Sure.
equipment and a
Yeah,
personal
true.
loan. So I do think maybe eventually down the line, if I still stick with it, but for right now in my life, this kind of just works. It gives me the freedom to have now my own income, which is great. It's not quite the same as like when I was working and making my own like income, but it's something. So it's good for me now. But yeah, eventually, maybe. Who knows? Who knows?
Hmm.
I'll never say no. I'll try. I don't know.
It's the way to be.
Anybody want
Yeah.
to invest in a bakery for
Right. Angel investors, sound off in the
Yeah.
comments. We need you.
That's the goal.
Right. Right. So, bringing it back to everything you've shared with us about your journey, Maya, what is the biggest piece of advice you might have for anyone out there listening who is dreaming of starting their own small business, be it in baking, be it in crafting, be it in anything?
I think just go for it. Just even if you're scared, just try and find the confidence to believe in yourself. Just try and push yourself because you never know really what you can achieve until you put yourself out there. And just try to also find something that you do genuinely enjoy because you don't want to get burnt out. Because it should be, if you're going to try and put yourself out there and invest in yourself, it should be something that you enjoy doing. Otherwise, you'll just resent it and then that never ends well. And be prepared for some failures along the way. Not everybody's going to win all the time. So just have that in your head and just kind of just still say I'm going to still get up tomorrow and just try the best I can. That's why I tell my kids that all the time. Like, just try your best. Like, take your own advice, Maya. Try your best.
Yeah.
But that's the best advice I could give is just put yourself out there and see what happens. You never know.
Definitely. And such wise advice to be prepared to not hit the ground running all the time or be successful all the time. Failure is part of building something. And I think that is very sound advice because most people who try things give it up because they're like, I'm not good at this. And sometimes it's not about not being good at it. It's about being willing to grow through what you go through, right? If you fail, learn from it and keep going. So I love that.
Yeah. No, that's so true. You never know what could happen. And even if you fail, then you say, okay, well, if I want to continue, I'm either going to have more failures and learn from them, or I could start something new. But either way, just keep pushing yourself and keep trying, because you never know where things can go. I love that.
So before we kind of start to close out, Maya, tell people where they can find you. Where can they find JNL Doco? How can they order? How can they follow you? Plug yourself a little bit.
Okay. So I'm in West Islip, New York, Long Island. I'm on social media. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm a little bit on TikTok, but I'm not very good at that, so don't follow me on TikTok. Let me work on that a little bit. But Instagram, I'm J and L Doco, and it's all spelled out. So it's J and A-N-D, J and L. Sorry, I'm stuttering.
No, it's fine.
JNDL Doco. And same thing on Facebook. And then on my Instagram and my Facebook, you'll find my Bakesy link. Bakesy is an online ordering platform for usually baked goods, but it could be other things as well. So my Bakesy link is on there. And then every Saturday, if you're local, I have my stand out. So if you follow my page, you'll see what street I'm on. I'm not going to plug it that far.
Yeah, that's fine.
But definitely come check it out if you want to try sourdough. And you can always message me. Anybody can always message me with any sourdough questions, and I'll do my best to answer them.
We will also tag her, so if you're writing it down on a napkin and you're like, fuck, what? Damn it.
And that was my fault. I stuttered.
Go to the page. No, it's fine. It's totally fine. All right, Steph.
All right, is it time? All right. So as Brian likes to tell everybody, this is the question that Steph always likes to ask. One movie recommendation or guilty pleasure movie you love that you're willing to share with our listeners.
Okay, so I know you asked this question, and this has been tormenting me now for weeks. I was like, I have a favorite TV show. I have a favorite song. I don't have a favorite movie. And it's like bothering me. But I kind of like said, okay, what is the movie that I really love to watch over and over again and like a guilty pleasure? So I came up with Goodfellas.
Okay.
Love that movie.
Interesting.
Love all the mobster movies. Big into the mafia documentaries, the old school mobster movies, big into that whole scene. So Goodfellas, 10 out of 10. Hits every time.
Okay.
That's a great recommendation, too.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
It took me a long time. I was like, Goodfellas, yes.
It's honestly tough. I agree.
It is
before
tough.
we started the podcast, I was like, I never really thought about that. Like, I can give you movies that I loved, but like, I don't know, a list? Like, I had to really think about it.
Right? And
I don't know, like,
movie, that's hard to narrow down. There's so many genres.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, well, sometimes scary, sometimes funny. But Goodfellas, I'm like, no, classic mobster movie always hits.
Yeah. Yes.
Brian and I, he knows why I'm laughing. I know you know why I'm laughing. The first episode we ever recorded has never and probably will never see the light of day because it was a train wreck, to say the least. But our plan was like, okay, so we'll bring top 5 movies, top 5 books, top 5 TV shows. Just to kind of be like, this is about pop culture, like learn us through pop culture. And when we had to come up with a list of only 5 favorite movies, it was so much harder than I thought it would be. Because I've always thought, like, I know what my favorite movie is, but it's exactly what you said. Like, I know what my favorite comedy is, but then my favorite horror is different, and my favorite drama is different than that. So it really is a difficult question.
It is. I know, that one stumped me. And then I was like, I have to come prepared. So even the past couple of nights, I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, I have to pick one.
All right, so Goodfellas quiz. No, I'm just kidding.
I probably would know. This is a classic movie. I love it. Joe Pesci, De Niro, classic.
Absolutely.
Those are my boys.
Yeah, I mean, that was the problem I was having because I was like, I don't really have like a movie that I watch like every couple of months or every year. Like I love the movie Interstellar, and I've had this conversation with Steph where it's like I've literally seen it 2 times in total. I love the movie. It's probably one of my top movies, but like I've only seen it twice. I'm not like repeat watching this. Like it's a
Right.
long movie too. Like I don't know.
And it's heavy. Interstellar's a
Yeah.
heavy one.
That is
Mhm.
a heavy
Yeah.
one. My husband has a movie he watches every time I'm not around without fail. I'm like, I know exactly what you're watching. He's watching Avengers Endgame. I don't know
Okay.
how many
Okay.
times he has seen that movie. It's always on repeat. I was like, how do you have a favorite movie that you can watch on repeat like this? I was like, you've seen it
Yeah.
so many times. I don't know how you could do that.
I'm like jealous. I'm like I know. I wish I
Right?
could do that, but like
I would have been so jealous of this because I'm like, why don't I have this movie? And I'm going to be the one asked this question. You're so prepared. And I'm not. It's rude.
It's funny because when we rate and rank movies that we watch, or when I had to pick like what are my favorites, that's always my bar is how rewatchable is it and would I recommend it to somebody else? Because if it's my trash and I love it, but I can't in good conscience recommend anybody else see it, that's when it's more in guilty pleasure territory than it is in favorite movie territory for me. But I am so guilty of, I have my top 5 are probably the 5 movies that every single time they're on, I have to stop what I'm doing and watch them.
Mhm.
Every single time. It's bad. I can quote them backwards and forwards. It's something. It's definitely something.
Well, we thank you for coming on. So definitely, if you're out there, you're listening, support. Again, if you forget all the information, we'll definitely have a post up. You can check the followers. It's there. So no excuses. Go check it out. If you're out on Long Island, go support. Go buy some bread. Don't buy it at Pathmark or ShopRite or wherever the hell you buy it.
Exactly. Don't buy it from Taylor Swift. Don't buy
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Absolutely
No.
not. Absolutely
No.
not.
Our podcast is over. The Swifties are gonna murder us.
Yeah,
But
I know. They're going to come for me. Please don't buy my bread. I'm sorry.
All right, so I'm gonna wrap it up with keep your popcorn popping.
And your possibilities endless. Bye.
We'll see you next time.
Thank you.